What's going on, guys? Blazing here, and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day, and thank you again for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, today we are on Steven's account, and I wanted to showcase a team for the turn-based dungeon that we're going to have tomorrow for Spider, right? We are going to be working with stage 20. It is going to be 4 turns, right? Can you get it lower? Sure, it really depends on your build, but I think 4 turns is pretty solid. I don't know what the point ratio is going to be given us because we couldn't really figure out anything for Sand Devils because Plarium just kind of, I think Jerry rigged the numbers and said, here, we'll throw this out and hopefully nobody complains. But it is something that we will be talking about on stream tonight. So make sure you do join us at 3 p.m. EST. It'll be myself and a few other content creators, and we'll be having a nice little chat about everything going on in this week. Now, before I get into the video, I just want to say thanks again to everybody who's subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. Thank you for liking the video. And if you already haven't subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Now, let's get into what you came here to see. Okay, so we are using a 4-man team, right, for stage 20. Now, could you get it less than 4 turns? Yes, you can. If you improve the builds on 2 of these champions, then you can. But we did not. I wanted to make it a little realistic. So again, and we're working with Steven's account, which if you've seen in the past videos, it is not a whale account. He is about 2.1 player power, right? So we're not working with a crazy account here, but we are using Deacon. Deacon can be replaced by anybody that does a decreased defense, right? We're using Newt. Newt, I feel, is probably the one that you cannot replace, right? That triple max enemy HP is not going to be replaceable unless maybe you have an Acrisia. You have Cold Heart and Royal Guard. Now, both of these two can be swapped out. So if you've got 2 Cold Hearts, you can use 2 Cold Hearts. If you've got 2 Royal Guards, you can use 2 Royal Guards. It's really up to you. Now, let's get into what you came here to see. So we're going to open up with Deacon on his A2. We're not going to use his A3, right? We want to not have to take extra turns. Cold Heart goes in with a Heartseeker. And boom, right there. Not even fast enough for me to talk, right? 11 seconds, 4 turns is solid. Now, can you get this down? Yes. If you improve the builds on, either Cold Heart or on Newt, then you can drop the Royal Guard and then just use the other 3. Now, it's really, we'll do another run, but it's really a great team for progression. Some of these champions can actually be used in hard mode, and I'm going to try to do a video on it. I don't know how well I'll succeed, but we will see. That said, guys, this is the team. Let's get into the builds. Okay, so we are currently on Newt, and he is so crazy of a champion, guys. I think he's going between him, Artak. Your account progression is going to skyrocket. We do have him in 1 speed set. It is not needed, right? We care only about the stats. That's it. So we have him built at 32k HP, 3.7k defense, right? 212 speed, so the rule of 200, 105 crit rate. And this is where I was saying, if you can improve him just a little bit, get like 240, 250 crit damage, then you will not need the Royal Guard or the Gold Heart. You could use 1 other enemy max HP. Husk will not work because he is negative affinity. And then that is it. We have 150 accuracy. Ideally, you want to try to get closer to 200, 250. But we just care straight nuke for him. Once we get some better gear, we'll work on more fine-tuning the build and getting the accuracy in there. As for skills, we do have them fully booked, right? The A3 is, you're not going to, if you have them, you want to book them. That's just it. Brimstone is what we took for him. And then as for masteries, we went to Giant Slayer, right? Because he has a triple hitter. And then we took Cycle of Magic, Lore of Steel, and Master Hexer. Next, we have Deacon, and again, Deacon can be replaced by anybody who's got a decreased defense. We're not using the A3. We only care about the AoE decreased defense. So we have him built in a Swift Parry and Speed set. The build has not changed since the last video we did, right? It is still the same. We care about 238 speed, so the faster the better. We have crit rate and crit damage. We don't really care. His HP is 37k HP, 2.2k defense, right? And 270 accuracy. Ideally, we're going to be trying to get him closer to like 300 speed with about 400 accuracy and just as tanky as we can, allowing us for that build. For skills, we do have them fully booked. Cruelty is what we went for with a blessing, right? You're not going to worry about wasting your books on Deacon. He is definitely worth it. Masteries, we did go down to War Master, Sniper, Master Hexer. We did take Evil Eye, and we took Lore of Steel. Now we have Royal Guard. And again, Royal Guard is not a necessity. If you just add a little more damage to Newt or Cold Heart, you can go with one enemy max HP champion. But we do have him built in a Swift Parry set, right, which is not needed. 33k HP, 3.1k attack, 183 speed. The speed is a little bit low. I'd like to try to beef it up a little bit, but unfortunately, we don't have the gear for the build yet. 104 crit rate, 219 crit damage, and then the only other thing we care about is the 228 accuracy. We want to make sure that we have enough accuracy to land the decreased speed. As for skills, we do have him fully booked. Again, you're not going to worry about booking him, right? He is useful all the way down to the end game. Now, as for blessings, you can go down and take cruelty. I haven't done anything yet because I'm not sure where we're going to specialize with him. Phantom Touch is something else you could take if the team that you're going to be using him with consistently is going to have cruelty, right? And as for the masteries, we did go all the way down to War Master. Now, again, there is a argument to go for Flawless Execution, but it's really up to the build that you want to do. I took the War Master route because War Master is going to be something we use down the line. We did take Sniper, Master Hexer, Evil Eye, and Lore of Steel. All right, next we have Cold Heart, right? And we have her built in a speed, accuracy, and perception set. Again, we don't care about the sets, we care about the stats. We have her built with 43k HP. We don't care about the attack, right? She's got 2k attack, but we don't care about that. 1.4k defense, almost 1.5. If you can build it up a little higher, do so. If not, for stage 20, this is fine. 216 speed, right? Which is great. 72 crit rate. Now, her Heartseeker has a 30% built in, so you can afford to go with 70. As for crit damage, we are at 246. And then the only other thing we care about is the accuracy, which is at 218. Ideally, we want to have it at 250. The books, we do have her fully booked, but once you get her A3 fully booked, you can forget everything else. You don't really need it. As for a blessing, if you had her, you would take Phantom Touch. And for masteries, we did go down to Flawless Execution, but there is an argument to be made for Giant Slayer, especially as you move into the end game, right? And then we did take Master Hexer and Lore of Steel. So let me show you guys the AI setup. All right, so the AI setup is pretty simple. We actually want to open up with Deacon's A2. We don't want the turn meter manipulation, right? We want to take as less turns as possible, so doing the A2 is the only thing we care about. If you had any other champion filling this spot that has an AoE decreased defense, then you would want to make sure that his decreased defense is prioritized, right? Then as for Newt, we start with the A3, right? Triple hitter, enemy max HP. Royal Guard, take down his A2, right? Enemy max HP. And then Cold Heart, her A3, enemy max HP. Again, the builds are not insane. They are budget builds, right? For this account, it is a 2.1 million player power. So they're not, crazy builds. As for replacements, you do have Stagnite, you do have, there's quite a few of them out there. You have Ghostborn for legendaries if you have them, right? So there's a few of them out there. Now, if you do have a Lydia and you bring Lydia in, you may have some fails because Lydia might not always land the decreased defense. And if she doesn't land the decreased defense and only lands the weekend, you're not going to get the same damage out. Decreased defense is going to be more of a priority than weekend. So hopefully this video helped, guys. If it did, consider subscribing to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will answer it as quickly as I can. I do want to mention that we will be streaming today on Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. We're going to be discussing a lot of things that have happened over the week, myself and a few other content creators. And that is really much it, guys. Hopefully everything is well for you. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.